What's up, guys? This is the AI King, Russ Ward. And what I want to share with you today is the key takeaway I took from the high level summit. So I went to the high level summit this week and I got my second SaaSpreneur Gold Award. I don't have it up there. Obviously, they don't let you take it home with you, but they're going to mail it to me. So at some point, probably hopefully before the end of the year, you're going to see two of those up on my shelf instead of just one. So I share that with you for a couple of reasons. Number one, because I know what the hell I'm doing, and that kind of proves it. But number two, I am not going to continue to get those unless I make massive changes. And unless you make massive changes, you're going to have results that are going to crush you. And this is what I took away from the high level summit. And this is what I'm going to share with you. So pay close attention to this presentation, because if you're in the AI space, and if you're not, you should be. Everybody's doing AI, whether they have a traditional business, a marketing business, an SEO business. If you're not doing AI, you're already left behind, because the whole entire week was just full of AI this, AI that. Everything is AI. And if you're not with it, you're going to be behind. Okay. So why every marketer, every AI marketer specifically, is about to get crushed and how to stand out before it's too late. So like I said, at the AI summit, there was a whole bunch of vendor booths. Every single vendor booth had some element of AI. Every breakout session was somebody talking about how they built their business, how they expanded their business, how they blew up their business with AI. So everyone and their brother is doing AI. None of us are unique anymore. I used to be, bots, voice bots, everything. I'm not unique. So let's get started. So here was the wake up call. And by the way, that's me at the award ceremony with looking dapper in my golden jacket. So I just got back from the GHL summit, and here's what hit me like a brick wall. Every one of their brothers is now an AI consultant. The market is absolutely flooded with people claiming they can transform businesses with artificial intelligence. You walk into any marketing conference, scroll through LinkedIn, check out Facebook groups. It's all the same story everywhere. Thousands of consultants, all promoting AI magic, all using nearly the identical tools and playbooks, and the noise is deafening and nobody stands out. Not even me, the AI king. This isn't just an observation, it's a crisis that's affecting everyone in this space, including the veterans who've been doing it for years, myself included. I was ahead of the curve on this thing, and I got a whole bunch of clients in the very beginning. And I'll be real with you, my business is down 50% this year because I made some of the mistakes I'm going to talk to you about. So this is the reality check. Even with my years of proof, established branding, and a wall of client testimonials. If you Google me, you'll only see good things about me. You'll see tons of video testimonials. My sales are down 50%. You know why? Because I'm not standing out anymore. Because I've been blending in with a crowd instead of standing out of it like I used to. So here's the brutal truth. If someone like me with a proven track record and real results is struggling to differentiate and maintain momentum, then most people in this space are completely invisible to their ideal clients. I've worked really hard to build my brand. I have an impeccable reputation over the years. I've built some of the coolest things you'll ever see with AI and just high level in general, and yet I'm still not standing out. The old playbook doesn't work anymore. Having testimonials isn't enough, and being a good at AI kind of guy isn't enough. The game has fundamentally changed. So the big takeaway is this. You must do something radically different to stand out in today's saturated AI consulting market. There's no middle ground here, no room for incremental improvements or minor tweaks to your existing approach. It's just not going to be enough. The choice is binary and stark. Either you innovate and differentiate yourself in a meaningful way, or you'll get left behind by the market forces that are reshaping this industry every single day, period. That includes me. If I do not come back from this high-level summit with the mindset to make radical, massive changes, I would go out of business. So this isn't about fear-mongering. It's about the reality facing head on and making the strategic decision to adapt before it's too late. The consultants who recognize this shift now and act decisively will own the new wave. Everyone else will be wondering what happened. I'm trying to move this little thingy around down here so it doesn't cover up too much. So here's the problem with the AI marketers of today. Again, myself included. You walk into any digital marketing space right now and you'll see the same exact offerings repeated ad nauseum. It's like everyone downloaded the same playbook and decided to compete on the exact same thing. We all do AI receptionists. You call them up, they answer questions, they book an appointment. We all do chat widgets, website chatbots, SMS, Facebook, Instagram. It's the same stuff. We can all do it. We all have the same tools. We don't have to even outsource it anymore because AI will do it all for us. It is easy, and everybody knows that. So what all these solutions have in common? They qualify the leads, they book appointments. That's it. Don't get me wrong. These tools work. They provide real value to businesses, but here's the problem. They are boringly identical. When every consultant is selling the same exact solution, you're not competing on innovation or unique value. You're competing purely on price and personality, and that's truly a race to the bottom. And quite honestly, if we're competing on price, that sucks because none of us are going to make enough business. We might as well go get a job. And if we're competing on personality, basically all the big brands who have people who've been in this space for years, way bigger than me, are just going to put us all out of business. So we have to be different. So what is the shift? Well, here's what's frustrating. I've actually been doing AI implementation differently for months now. The technology, the process, the results, they're all there working beautifully for my clients, but I wasn't positioning it correctly. I was bearing the lead, not emphasizing what made my approach revolutionary, not communicating the unique value proposition clearly enough. Now that it's dialed in, the messaging is sharp, the positioning is clear, and the differentiation is obvious from the first conversation. This is exactly what makes you stand out in a sea of identical AI consultants. And I'm about to share exactly what I do and how it works. Okay, so here's the typical process, right? What 99% of AI consultants are doing right now. It's what I've been doing. Step one, initial contact, lead ops in through a lead form. AI automatically sends them a text message or some type of message. Step two, follow-up sequence. AI continues text conversation, qualifying them until they determine a lead is a good fit. Step three, appointment booking. If the lead seems qualified, the AI tries to book them for an appointment on the calendar, or they drop off and disappear. End of story. That's the entire playbook that thousands and thousands, I think I heard somewhere 6,000 quote unquote AI agencies are out there now. So thousands of these people out there are doing the same thing on Fiverr, on Upwork, in the high level group, right here, Russ Ward. We're all doing the same thing. It's saturated. I hate that word saturated because it insinuates, oh, we can't do any better, but it truly is saturated with people doing the same thing. It's automated, it's efficient, it's putting everyone to sleep because there's nothing different about any of us. The leads who make it through the process often show up to cold appointments if they show up at all. There's no warmth, no human connection, no real engagement, just a robotic march through a qualification funnel. And that's not fun. So this is where it's a bit different and the different approach I'm taking. The game changer that sets you apart, the live transfer AI process. I've wrote a book about it. I've had clients that have crushed results with it. I have a really cool case study about it if you care to see it. And this is what will change the game for you. So number one, the lead ops in, just like everybody else. Initial contact happens and AI begins the conversation naturally. Randomized follow-up. This is where this is so different. And I need to thank my friend, Gary Capps, for this. Gary Capps is the founder and owner of My CRM Sim. And I was sending out a lot of text messages and a bunch of my Sims were getting blocked and all kinds of chaos was happening. So what we did was we made multiple different follow-up campaigns and they're all randomized. So when you send these text messages out, the carriers don't see it as spam. They just see it as normal messages going out. And he helped me do that. So thank you, Gary Capps. So it's randomized. Lead receives personalized follow-up messages with natural timing variations that feel authentic, and the carriers cannot pick up that it is a marketing campaign. So therefore, you're not getting blocked in your text messages you're going through. Now, number three is the key, the permission ask. Once qualified, the AI asks, would you like me to call right now and connect you with someone who can help? If they say yes, the voice AI will immediately call them and live transfer them to a human sales rep. If they say no, the system schedules them to call them back and live transfer them another time. So again, nobody has to do anything on the client end other than pick up the phone and answer it when it rings. Imagine the value proposition of that. Hey, Mr. Customer, I have a system where we can take what you're already doing, the leads are already coming in, and we can make it better. None of them will slip through the cracks, and we can get them on the phone. The hottest ones, the ones that want to talk to you and buy from you right now, you only answer the phone whenever those people want to talk to you. So number five, a human closes. A real person takes over the warm, qualified conversation and guides the lead to a decision. No one else is doing this. I checked. I talked to a bunch of people. People are like, dude, this is amazing. Why didn't we think of this? Like, I'm not kidding. A lot of people said the same thing to me. This isn't just an incremental improvement. It's a fundamentally different approach that combines the efficiency of AI with the conversion power of a human connection. So what I'm finding is that AI is awesome. It can qualify leads, it can do follow-ups, it can set appointments, it does all the cool stuff that we know it can do. But a lot of times people will just sit there, leads will sit there and they won't reply to the AI. Number one, because they don't feel like it. But number two, because it's really easy to tell something you know is AI, no, or ghost it. However, if I transfer you over to a phone call with me and I'm pitching, say, this offer to you, and I tell you all the cool things about it, and I'm like, hey, are you ready to go? Chances are you're not going to hang up on me and ghost me. You're probably going to be into it because I'm going to sell it better than an AI can sell it. And number two, this is just human nature. You're not going to want to tell me no, right? But no one has a problem telling an AI no. So this whole process of leading with the AI, getting them just to the point of interest and qualification, then boom, right over to a human, it has had incrementally better results for my clients. So here's why it works. It's permission-based AI. This isn't spammy cold calling that interrupts people's days. The lead actively requests the call after being qualified and warmed up by the AI conversation. They're expecting it, they want it, and they're ready for it. 90% or more of the people that say, yes, call me AI caller and transfer me, actually transfer over to the human. It's human-backed automation. AI handles the repetitive work of initial outreach, qualification, and scheduling, but doesn't replace people. Instead, it amplifies human effectiveness by delivering warm, qualified leads ready for conversation. And the rates of answering are unprecedented. 90% plus answer rates because they just said, hey, call me. People pick up when they're asked for the call. Compare that to traditional cold calling, and it's like 2 to 3%, especially with like these Twilio numbers that we call from, and they say spam likely. They're never answering those calls. Massive close ratio. We've seen over a 2,000% close ratio in a roofing business case study that I did. 2,000%, where if they could just get from the AI to the human closer, they're able to close a deal. Now, it's not always a closed deal. It could be a closed appointment, closed whatever, but it could be the action that we're going for, right? Why? Because warm, qualified leads who talk to a human quickly convert exponentially higher, right? So it'd be like the equivalent of someone picking up a phone, calling me and saying, hey, Russ, I want to buy your stuff. Like, do you understand how easy that would be for me? How easy it would be for you? This is like as close as you can get to that without it being that. And then lead control and comfort. The lead feels in control throughout the entire process. They don't feel like they're being badgered and pushed and followed up with and all this stuff that they don't like. They decide if and when they want to talk. And critically, the end process with a human being who understands their needs can have a real conversation. This is why it's so powerful and effective. So the psychological edge. It's a world that's drowning in AI noise, where every interaction feels automated, every response feels robotic, and every conversation, quote unquote, feels like talking to a script. Being the consultant who ends with a human is your unfair advantage. Now, here's the paradox that most AI consultants miss. People are simultaneously fascinated by AI, but also exhausted by it. They want the efficiency, convenience, and automation, but they crave the warmth and human and understanding of a human. AI gets attention. Automation captures leads, qualifies them efficiently, and creates initial interest. It's fast, scalable, and never sleeps. However, human connection is what closes deals. Maybe AI will be closing deals in the future. We've actually experimented with that a bit. Hasn't worked out so well. It's good at booking appointments, but it's really not good at selling stuff. Real people build trust, handle objections, read between the lines, and guide prospects to confident decisions. This is where revenue happens. Just like this video you're watching is actually me. It's not an AI avatar, and you can tell based on my voice inflections, how I'm talking to you, some references I'm making. I am building more trust with you right now, even if you've never seen me before, because I am a real human talking to you, not an AI avatar. So by combining both, I'm just getting ahead of myself with the speech today. Using AI to do what it does best and humans to do what they do best, you create an experience that feels like magic to your clients and their customers. And in a market full of pure automation, the human touch becomes the ultimate differentiator. I got that one right. So this is the offer that's a no-brainer. This is the offer that I'm running. This is the offer that you can run, you should run. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Getting clients to say yes to a no approach requires eliminating risk and creating immediate value. That's why we start every engagement with what I call a dip your toe in the water approach. Isn't that a cool picture? Very nice male leg, by the way. So this is the way I position this offer. And if you work with me on it, this is how I'm going to have you position the offer as well. 497 one-time investment. What is this for? For this accessible entry point, we re-engage up to 2,000 of their old leads, people who already showed interest in their business but never converted. Basically, what we're doing is a database reactivation. For those who are familiar with that term, we basically take 2,000 of their leads, send a text message out to all of them with an offer that you and the company come up with that is a good offer. And then when they reply back, the AI takes over. The AI will then do what it does best. It'll qualify them if necessary, and it will transfer the people over for a sales call if they say yes to the call. We cover all the AI and SMS costs during the campaign. We set up the entire system and manage the technology. They keep 100% of any sales generated, zero ongoing costs or commitment. This isn't a free trial where we're hoping they forget to cancel. This is a legitimate results-focused test campaign designed to prove ROI before asking for a larger commitment. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for companies like a roofing company, like a solar company, people that have bigger ticket commissions, and they can get those commissions rather quickly once the sale is made. Companies doing like $500K to $5 million. These are the people, because I could honestly say to these people, listen, even if it doesn't do what I say it's going to do, you're only out for 497, right? I'm not going to scam you, but even if I did scam you, it wouldn't destroy you, right? And number two, let's say I send out 2,000 text messages for you and my system does its thing and you only get one sale. Well, if you're a roofer, you just made 20 grand. I don't know the math on that right now. I don't know, 500% on that, but still, it's insane. All right, so here's the hook. Whoops. We help businesses convert way more of the leads they already have without spending another dime on ads, right? This is how we initially hook them in. It's a zero risk, no need to spend more, because all we're going to do is send text messages to your database already. Hidden asset activation monetizes leads they've already had paid for but haven't converted. Move this up here. Immediate opportunity. Results can start within days, not months. I'm talking the same day. Proven concept. They already know these leads have some interest because now we can just convert them. It's easy to say yes, impossible to forget, and different from everything they're pitching in the AI consultant space. Like, try a chatbot, try my voice AI. And I'm not mocking these things, guys. I was selling these things consistently and I was pushing them really hard. You guys have seen my offers. You've seen my sales pages. I went all in on this stuff. And then I started talking to all these people at the high level conference and I started realizing this is why my sales were dropping. This is why I'm down 50% this year, because I'm just not standing out. And I have decent branding. I have an email list of almost 20,000 people, and I'm still not crushing it like I should be. And this is why. And this is how we're going to set it apart. All right. So the conversion play here is how a 497 test becomes a 5K plus client relationship. So the initial campaign, they invest 497 to re-engage up to 2,000 old leads with our live transfer system. Number two, the results roll in. Campaign generates 5K through 20K in revenue on previous dead leads, typically within 2 to 4 weeks. We're going to do it faster. We're going to do it in like 1 week. Results review. We analyze exactly what worked, conversion rates, revenue generated, opportunities for optimization. And then number 4, we pitch to them a full system sale. So basically what we're doing up front is we're saying, hey, rent this system that we came up with. We have a system that will do all this cool stuff. You can rent it for $497. Whatever sales come in is yours. But now in step 4, what we're going to say is the client sees the ROI and invests in the complete ongoing system. So right now I'm charging $5K for this plus a $197 maintenance fee. Okay. You could charge a lot more for this. I saw some speakers at the high level event talking about don't ever charge less than 10K for these setups because they're so valuable, because they make so much money. Michael Reimer, really, really great presentation he gave. If you guys haven't seen him, he's awesome. Look him up on Facebook and YouTube. His stuff is phenomenal. He was talking about how he always does high ticket because he'd rather just have 10 high ticket people than 50 low ticket people. So the ROI story writes itself when a client pays $497 and makes, let's say, $15K the first month. And at that point, the system fulfilled the investment. The full system investment is in this upsell. It's an obvious next step. They've seen it work with their own leads in their own business and generating revenue. This is how building a consultant practice with high retention and enthusiastic referrals, by providing value first, where the scaling comes from. So basically, why they're going to continue with us is number 1, because we only took 2,000 leads to begin with. They probably have a lot more. I mean, the roofing company that I did the case study on, these guys had 7,000 leads and they're still getting sales from it. I get text messages all the time about that campaign. And number two, we haven't even talked about this yet, but we will talk about it with the client, is in addition to continuing that database reactivation, where the real money going forward for these guys is we link this system up to their brand new incoming leads. We have speed to lead, and we literally have those new leads on the phone with a sales rep within 30 seconds. It's insane. And we haven't even talked about that yet. And that's kind of like the nail in the coffin that we'll say to them, like, oh, and by the way, we link this up to your new leads too. So this is the oh shit moment recap, right? Let me just move my little thingy around here. I'll move him up here. So number one, the AI space is overcrowded. Thousands of consultants are flooding the market with virtually identical services, making differentiation harder than ever. Number two, most marketers look around and look and sound the same. Everyone's selling chatbots, receptionists, appointment setters, exactly using the same stuff. The only difference is some have hair, some have bald heads, some have a nice landing page, some use a Google Doc, some don't have anything at all. They're just a Fiverr and Upwork person with an offer. It's all the same stuff, just different packaging. Number three, you either blend in or you build this. Why do I say this in all caps? The reason is because whatever this is, it needs to have that human element to stand out. And I believe the way I'm doing this is the best way to do it because it puts them on the phone with the hot lead right away. There's no middle ground anymore. Incremental improvements won't save you. You need radical differentiation. Permission-based live transfer AI is a blue ocean. This approach combines AI efficiency with human connection in a way that nobody else is doing, giving you a true competitive moat. The consultants who recognize this shift and act on it now will own the next wave of AI services in the AI services market. Everyone else will be left behind wondering why their sales kept declining despite having everything right and the fact that their stuff was awesome, right? I have awesome stuff. You have awesome stuff. Anyone who's in my coaching groups has awesome stuff because I made it for them. Yet very few of us are actually crushing it. And this is the reason why. All right, so this is my final mic drop moment. The gold rush isn't AI anymore. It's differentiation, being different with AI. Okay, AI is it's part of our life now. It's never going away. Everyone rushed into AI consulting thinking the technology itself was the competitive advantage, and it was at first, but it's not anymore. But now that everyone has access to the same AI tools, the same automation platforms, and some basic implementation knowledge, the technology has become commoditized. The real opportunity is actual gold. It's in doing something radically different with that technology and creating an approach that stands out so clearly that prospects immediately understand that you're not like anyone else. And this is how you stand out before the next wave wipes you out. The market moves fast. The window for establishing yourself as a different kind of thinker is shrinking every day as more consultants flood in with competition intensifies. The time to act isn't next month or next quarter. It's right now because every moment that you wait, you're falling behind the next guy. I already know because I'm falling behind. The whole week at the high level summit, I was thinking I just want to go home and get back to work because I'm behind a lot of these guys who are like 5 steps ahead of me. I have to reinvent a better mousetrap, and I believe that's what I did. All right, so of course I'm going to have an offer for you. And what is this offer? You will not find anything like this. And I probably am not going to offer anything like this again. Okay. This is what's called my post GHL Summit alternative AI agency offer. Now, this competitive package provides everything you need to implement the AI Live Transfer AI strategy that I just showed you and scale your consulting business. So what do I give you with this? I give you the high level snapshot that builds literally everything that I do. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's $9.97 value. Unlimited high-level accounts. Why is that important? Well, number one, you might already have your own high-level accounts. You don't have to take this if you don't want to. But if you don't have one, or if you don't have the agency plan like I do, then you would have to somehow get an agency plan or get high-level accounts. So I just give you high-level accounts, as many as you want for you, your clients. I give you every single option that you need. I don't hold anything back. And all you have to do is put your credit card on file. So anything you spend on there, like phone calls or text messages, you just get unlimited amounts of them. Why? Because it will hold you back if you don't have high level accounts. So I give them to you so you don't have any excuses. Okay. That's a $49.97 value. It's probably more than that, but we'll just call it $49.97. White label explainer video. This is very cool. Let me show you over here in my school group. In my classroom here for my paid students, I have a bunch of different resources. By the way, you're going to get access to all of this. But one of these resources is a live transfer explainer video. So you just click on this little link here. It takes you over here. It's a white label video. that explains how the live transfer process works. Okay, now I'm going to show you in a moment why that is so cool and so important. The reason why is because this is my actual website for exactly the service that I'm telling you about. It says only answer the phone when your qualified buyers want to talk. RA handles the rest. So I have the explainer video here. I have a demo set up here. Very cool demo, by the way. You should try it out. And these are the bonuses I offer. And I offer all the stuff the other guys offer. So basically, I make this the commodity. Oh, by the way, you get these bonuses that everyone else is charging you for. This is the sweet sauce up here, what we're actually charging you for. All this stuff down here is free. These are the bonuses, right? So I give you a whole website like this. The only thing you don't get is my book. You can have my book, just don't say you wrote it, and you can give it away if you want. I don't mind that. And then a call to schedule down there. So you're going to get this whole entire funnel with this white label explainer, with this demo set up. And by the way, this demo was super complex. It took me like 10 hours to build this. Okay. You're going to get a free vacation website. Why is that important? Let me show it to you. This is a free vacation website that I give away. You can see basically you can pick from any of these places here. It's not completely free. You have to pay taxes. So let's say you're going to Las Vegas. You could do 4 days, 3 nights for $99.72. And then you just send them to the site. They redeem it and they have a free vacation. Now, why is this important? Because when we do the database reactivations for our clients, some of them are not going to have the greatest offers in the world. So we might have to have a little incentive. Hey, by the way, let's say it's a med spa owner. If you guys come in for another consultation or whatever, we'll throw in a free vacation of your choice, blah, blah, blah. And then they have that. And that's on my dime as well. I pay yearly to have the ability to give away free vacations. You get that because I gave it to you. Okay. Now here's where it gets really tight. I give you a 2-hour Zoom call with me. 2 hours is a long time, guys. I charge a bit of money to do something. I would charge like $2,000 for this normally. Okay. 2-hour Zoom call with me to set this all up for you. You get 1 year access to my school group. So my school group over here. Now it's a free school group if you just want to come in, but I do have paid people in this group and they all pay $97 a month to be in here. Why do they pay the $97? Because in the classroom, we have all these different things. We have every training I've ever made on how to build every kind of bot I've ever made. We have every training I've ever made on every kind of voice AI I've ever made. Every cool new thing I come out with goes in here and everybody gets it. These are every snapshot I've ever made. You can download them all, install them all. You have unlimited high-level accounts as part of this. You have agency resources such as white label explainer videos, white label bots. I give you 166 different white label bots that you can demo for your clients. You get all of this stuff. Every single thing in my mastermind school group, you get access to it for a year. And again, people pay $97 a month for this. By the way, if you're somebody who's paying $97 a month for this, what we'll do is we'll stop your payment. And then for the next 12 months, you won't have a payment anymore. Okay. What else do you get? I do your first 5 sales calls for you because I am so passionate about this and I'm so good at this that when you're ready to sell this, we will set this up together. We'll jump on a 2-hour Zoom call. We'll set up your whole process. We'll have it tested. We'll set up your funnel. We'll set up your demo. We'll set up everything. And then once you're ready, your first 5 sales calls, I will jump on and I will close these people for you. I don't promise I'm going to close 5, but I will do your first 5 sales calls for you. And then to even make it better, I'm going to set up your first client for you. So I'm going to set it up for you. I'm going to do your first 5 sales calls for you. And then once we get a client, I'm going to set their whole system up and you're going to get credit. You're just going to say, I'm some guy from your team, your VA, whatever. I don't care what you call me. Okay. You get all this stuff totaled together. Like literally, I should probably charge like $15,000 for this. I'm going to charge you one time, $19.97 for this, $2,000. I give you the whole system. I give you coaching for a year. I give you a 2-hour Zoom call. I do your first 5 sales calls. And I even set up your first system for your client. I mean, for $19.97, you are not going to be able to beat this because the first one you get, it's going to be $500 in your pocket. And then you're going to upsell them, hopefully to $5,000. And that's it. You're going to be on your way. Okay. This isn't theoretical value. These are services I've actually successfully sold separately for these prices. One more cool thing. If you're someone who has paid me at least $9.97 in the past for whatever the hell you bought from me, I don't care if you've been in my school group for 12 months and you paid me, if you've ever paid me over $1,000, you can get this for half off. So let's go to the sales page. Really simple sales page. Basically here, if you click on this link, it'll open up the slide deck I just went through. You can read it through it again. I'm only working with 10 people on this because I'm going to put a lot of time into it. I'm going to do Zoom calls and I'm going to set up, I'm going to take sales calls. So it's only 10 people. I also have a selfish motive for this as well. I really want to have some case studies as being a coach, because something I want to start doing in the future is coaching more people in public speaking. So getting all this FaceTime with people and recording these Zoom calls and really helping people have success is going to be beneficial to me as well. And the other thing is, the first 5 people who sign up that have spent over $9.97 with me in any capacity can use this code here, Big Baller 50, gets you 50% off. So you get, for $1,000, I do all of this for you if you've already invested with me. So you just come to this website, you sign up, and we will get started. Once you sign up, you're just going to be redirected to a site that gives you a link to my school group. Once you're in my school group, we'll get you access within 24 hours to every single thing in there. And then you're going to schedule a Zoom call with me. The first Zoom call isn't our 2-hour call. It's just a prep call. It's going to be, hey, these are the expectations. This is what we're going to do. This is what I need from you before we get started. I'm going to need you to get your high-level accounts set up. I'm going to need you to get somehow to do text messaging done, whether you use A2P, whether you use my CRM SIM. I can help you with that as well. The first call is just to set expectations and get you set. Once we finish that call, we're going to have our big call, our 2-hour call where we set the whole thing up. And then we're going to start doing sales calls. So that's it, guys. You know how I am. I'm very straight to the point. I don't play games with you. I don't say, wait, there's more. I don't really have countdown timers and stuff like that. I'm going to take 10 people to do this. And the first 5 that use the half off code, they're going to get it for half off. I can't do everybody for half off, but I can do the first 5 for half off if you spend $1,000 with me. If you have any questions at all, you can reach me in a variety of ways. Best way is either Facebook Messenger or school chat. Those are the 2 best ways to reach me. Otherwise, jump in here and sign up, and let's get this thing kicked off and rocking. And we'll start crushing it together this year with AI.